Sorry, y'all. Morning, Billy. Good morning, Gandara. Now let's get this stuff here. I'm gonna make this one slightly closer because if I do 3 inches from this spot and then 3 inches from that spot, approximately, and 3 inches from that spot. You might be able to just, I'm gonna scoot it in like nah, we'll just do 3. That's what we'll do. We'll add it to 1 by 1 or something if we have to at the end and just be ugly about it. Reference edge isn't even great here, to be honest. When I say reference edge, I'm sure y'all know what I'm talking about. The second mouse gets the cheese. There you go. Billy Shoemate said, good morning, everybody. Billy Shoemate said, hey, Daniel, hey, Calvin, what's up, man? Welcome to Dad's Workshop. We're gonna finish these rungs today. It's so nice out. There's no reason why I couldn't finish them. I'm looking at this lamination here. I want to stick a dowel through here. I might do that too before this thing is done. All right, well, that side looks pretty square. Check it from that side. Oh, y'all can probably hear me chewing gum. That's probably undesirable. Notice I'm just moving this enough to get it square. I don't want that side to move really. I want it to stay where it is. Hello, Ben. Dog's Workshop. Smells on butt. Hey, Ben. Ben's photogenic dog. Santorian, welcome. Haven't seen you in a minute. Welcome to Santorian. Man, yeah, 50's nice in the morning when you wake up. I mean, I like that chilly stuff. Big on that. These angles, this is just a tad bit short. I don't want to pull it. Let me check that other side. This is a bit delicate because you're gonna have to put these back together, so you want everything pretty consistent. All right, so it's just this beam is a tiny bit on the short side. It's gonna come up in this mortise a bit short, but I just got to use it, man. I don't have money for more lumber. It's gonna have to be used. Try to move it a little bit like that. See whether we can. Swing down. I wanna run. Again, on this section over here, we're gonna have some trickiness with that curved edge. So Santorian 2090 said, yeah, but that chilly breeze means winter's coming. Yeah, I know. I think you're over in the UK. Winter comes a little quicker over there. It's like Winterfell. Winter is coming. All right. I hope that's not curved. Let's make sure that all that lines up when it's within these little things. Oh, I just broke my tip on my pencil. I don't know how much lead I got left in here. I just sharpened it. Winterfell. Winter is coming. The night is dark and full of terrors. When I switch you over to the other side, you're going to see how much nicer the other side looks. That needs to be the one facing out, I think. All right. 1.5 inches. 1.5 inches. See this, all this stuff's gonna make it hard to put this line, scribe this line on here. This is where you really want to use a knife, but we're not gonna do that. We've been doing it one way. We're gonna stick to that way. Oh, this lead is almost gone. I ran out of lead, guys. I gotta put a new lead in here. I don't know if I have regular leads left. All I got is, oh, I do. These things are pretty cool, man. Take one of the graphites out. Did I not do that right, y'all? My little graphite. To get my 1.5 inch mark here is going to be hard. On the other side, it's going to be impossible for the most part, at least on the inside. So I'm going to have to like really carve. Like it's going to be like carving skills. There we go, and all that. Let me check that chat. Don't lose the lead in your pencil. That's what Billy Shoemake said. No, I got more lead, as you all saw. Oh, that one's not bad. I wish y'all could have seen that. It's a nice clean piece of wood to lay out my marks on. Oh, this is northeast. That lighting is kind of cool, I'm not gonna lie. If it wasn't Bud early in the morning, I'd be getting crazy views for that lighting. This may be the way to write this line on here. That worked. Santorian said, well, shoot, gang, got to clock in. See y'all in 10 hours. Wow, tough day. And Santorian said, these olives aren't going to pick themselves. I know, man, when you're in the grind, picking all them olives, when you're on the grind, in the olive picking season, you know. They're also not going to juice themselves. They need your feet to do that, Santorian. Like, they're also not going to take their shoes off and squash themselves, you know? Oh, that's grapes. My bad. Just lost 10 viewers for that bad joke. No, just kidding. Thanks for coming, Santorian. Appreciate you being here. Long-time friend of the program, Santorian. Love to see old friends come around. Ooh, that breeze. I'm going to have to move that fan to get me. It's nice. Little cool breeze. Now, have I laid out all those marks? A little inside that mark. Mike is making stuff. Says what it do. What's up, Mike? See how that's turning inside? Been wanting to do this on this side especially. Maybe the worst piece of wood I've ever used for a piece, ever. Sorry, complaining all the time about it. What an interesting angle. Carrie Frasca, friend of the program. Good morning, she says. I say good morning, Carrie. We're back. Carrie's back. Mike's back. Santorian came back. Haven't seen that dude in a minute. Carrie says, hey, Heather and Calvin, and we say hey back. I'll let Heather speak for herself, but she's in there. She'll say hey too. Did I get down to that line, y'all? Y'all know better than me. Yeah, that's down there. Benjamin, we wandering around here looking for somewhere to poop. That's a little outside that line. Let me problem is when you do this. Is that Laxus always telling me to bend the saw? Very tricky, actually. Tricky because I want to get it back on that line, but I actually think outside that line is not going to hurt too much. Man, it's going to have to go down there. Sorry. It's straight on the inside. It's right. We'll clean it up as necessary. A little angle to that, a little bit of anguish. Not my best cut. It's all right. You make more. Turns out there's a lot of cuts to make. Billy said, has anyone heard from Chardonnay? Shout out to Chardonnay. I have not, man, and I'm going to be honest with you, buddy. I am worried. So, Chardonnay, if you're out there, give us a good word. Let us know you're all right. And you know, probably make me feel better since Chardonnay was my student when she was in school and all of that. Yeah, it's a really cool angle today with the sun coming in. Yeah. Scooby-Dooby, welcome. Ah, Scooby, good morning all. I'm sitting at the dentist chair waiting to get a tooth pulled. Calvin, watching you is really calming. Thank you, Scooby. We like having you in here, and I'm glad I can give you some peace. I know woodworking gives me peace. Some real, especially when you're satisfied with what you've done. There's the one. We'll move on to the next one. Yeah, Scooby, good luck with your tooth. I hope you get it out and you don't have any pain. sit inside to do that one. Yeah, a toothache will take you to the dentist. Coincidentally, I haven't seen my cousin on here in a minute. He's a dentist. He sometimes comes on the live stream. Have him give some dental advice on here. That's an angle that it is tough to get after that thing at. Oh, y'all just got a little butt shot. I know what I'm gonna do. Watch my head here. Scooby. Who else we got in the house? Hit that like button, says Carrie. Appreciate you. Carrie says tooth pain is the worst. Somebody drop something in the chat. Let us know you're here. We love to do shout outs and say hello to new people. I got up for bug spray because the bugs are getting after me. Thank you, Scoodoobie. That's a very nice thing to say. Scoodoobie says your project is really coming along, Calvin. I say thank you, Scoodoobie. We appreciate you. You better come along. I've been on this thing forever. Y'all see that tear out already? I just hit it with one chisel. So you want to learn how to work good wood well, work crappy wood and get blessed with some good wood, and then you'll realize. Kelly Frasca said, it looks really awesome and it's almost done. Thank you, Kelly. Excuse me. Carrie Frasca said, it looks really awesome and it's almost done. What's wrong with my brain, y'all? I know, Carrie. And Scoodoobie said, at Billy Shoemate, I have a lot fewer toothaches now. Billy Shoemate said, thumbs up, Kelly Frasca. How many times am I going to call you Kelly today, Carrie? Besides sanding, is the bed rungs all you have left? I have to make a ladder and a guardrail. So the question was, besides sanding, is the bed rungs all you have left? I have to make a bed rail, I have to sand, I have to finish, and I have to make a railing and a ladder. Yep. And I can actually move the bed out for some of that, probably. Wow, that sounded weird. I can hear the whole bed moving. That's what that was. Let's go from the other side because we can pop it out, I think, now. This stuff is just going to be ugly. I've just accepted it here. We're just going to have to work around that. Whoa, that could have been really bad, dude. The business end of that chisel hit me. It may have, I don't know. It's so sharp you won't even feel it for a second. We'll find out. A little knot right there. I know when I go after these edges, I want to tear more wood out from around the mortar. It's so dry and so delicate. Oh, Scoodoobie had to leave and I missed it. Bye, Scoodoobie. Hey, look how the light goes through that mortise. Isn't that cool? It's awesome. I've never seen an angle like that. Unfortunately, it's still undersized. Yeah, it's going to be this side here. Even with the shoulder, it should be like this, really. and then that. So get my stool because there's some work I got to do on this side. Also, this needs to come down. You see the light coming through under it, so I know I got to work it. All right. Guitar Daddy 6, I've never done work working like this. What kind of chisels are you using? Well, the chisel that I just used was a Robert Sorby framing chisel. It's approximately it's in metric, but it's approximately a 1-inch framing chisel. And then I use my Narex woodworking chisels generally. But Narex doesn't pay me, so you know I'm not here to plug folk. But looks like I think I need to just take a little more meat from this, because even with the shoulder level there, well, with the shoulder level, it's just this side right here. I think I know what I got to do with my knee guard. This thing's hard on your knees, folks. I think the reason that people haven't done this kind of work is because generally you don't see timber frame. When people build bunk beds, they just do it with conventional, you know, hardware, and this one's not done that way. So it's kind of part timber framing project and part fine carpentry, but I use that term really loosely. I like to call it rough carpentry because I'm using really rough lumber and stuff like that. Definitely would say this guitar daddy is a guitar daddy. I don't like to do stuff that everybody else is doing, that's for sure. I don't get you far in this business. Maybe that shoulder does have to come down a bit. This shoulder right here, I think I need to just take a smidge off of it and it'll go right in. Yeah, I think that's what it is, guys. This shoulder. What? Yeah. I'm still working on that one for the moment. The next project is a steam bender, and I got to order that Rockler steam generator today. I have the PVC pipe, and then I got to grab some 1x6s from like the big box store. So a steam bender, Carrie, that's the next project. This looks like it's gonna fit. I think I just need to. Generally, the idea is, so you look at this. Look at where it pinched, right? You see how it pinched right there? that will be the area of the mortise or the tenon to adjust. So if I hammer this in, it's going to make a squish down spot, right? When I see that squish down spot, I know where I got to adjust the mortise. I can adjust the mortise, adjust the tenon. Is Mike raging against the vegetarians? You can understand your pain. When you grow up in the first world and you don't have anything to believe in for 18 or 20 years out of your life, all of a sudden somebody gives you something to believe in, man, you know. It's easy to latch on to something. Anthony Bourdain called vegetarianism a first world luxury. I don't know if anybody watched Anthony Bourdain. A first world luxury is what he called it. Pretty accurate. In the third world, they ain't worried about how to substitute meat for another protein. They're just trying to get protein.
Carrie said, is it better to adjust the mortise?
From where I am, Carrie, because if I start cutting the tenon, like I can't do it on the site. I got to go over to the bandsaw to adjust it, or I got to do it with a saw or a chisel. I can't secure my workpiece. So to answer your question, from where I'm sitting, it's easier to adjust the mortise than the tenon, because then I can just check it right away. And you want to start with them a little small, you know, because you can always make the mortise bigger. You can't make it smaller, am I right? So I'm going to have you move that camera so I can try it in here. That feels like it'll hammer in, but I want to give it a little more, probably right here on this side. It looks like the shoulder is a little bit slanted. You can take your gauge to figure out how much slant you have. Where's that marking gauge at? With your marking gauge set to 1.5 inches, a couple things you can learn from it. You can put it up against the side of this and see, is it level, right? You see it's not within tolerance right there.
Yeah.
Right? So you just take the edge and continue to straighten it out. But it's a little deeper than my 1.5 inches, unfortunately.
I love these live streams, and I wish I could be in my shop. I can watch you guys working.
Right. And we love that. We love to provide you with that. See right here, it needs to come down a little bit. That's not really what I'm concerned with, the depth, so much as the angle of the shoulder. But that way you can check depth around your mortise and check to see if your shoulders are plumb. By plumb, I mean level top to bottom, you know. Super satisfying to use hand tools, at least to watch it, you know what I mean? Again, this side right here looks like it's slanted upward, so I gotta take some of this top part off here. I'm gonna be careful coming from this angle because you get blowout. Especially with this kind of wood. Yeah, I saw that comment.
I love vegans who wear leather belt first in shoes.
That is crazy. I've never met one of those. Definitely have met the ones that wear the fake leather, super conscious ones, but I've never met a vegan that honestly is so ignorant that they would wear leather. They won't even eat sugar. It's about right. Oh, they get to watch it go down. Look. Super satisfying right there. Highlight. Like there's a little bit of gap in the bottom of that mortise though from y'all's angle. That'll come down when this side comes down. So when you see the other side come down, that'll all come down. Look at my big mallet. Stretch and a sip of water and I'll be right back to it, guys. Okay. We're back. Carrie said what? Yeah.
And but I read it. At first I thought she said 30 days, and I was like, yeah, that's long enough to understand how they are. And I was like, oh, well, 30 years, but she doesn't get it. But even a short amount of time, you go, oh, okay, I get it.
Yep. Gonna have to move that camera back there.
What, just sit on?
Not yet, so I can hit this.
Oh, I know, but I'm asking if you want my
I might have to stand when I do this one. Good. Gonna have to be even more. See? Swing. There you go. Tricky cutting through that. Tricky meeting these lines. You know, you live and learn, and you do better next time. That's what you do. One of my first people that came in here, I think it was Hank. Hank would talk about how I was showing the process, man. This is like the real process, man. If you're making stuff, it takes a long time. Hey, pelado in the house. Shout out to my second half, my other half, and the person that makes all this magic happen, Miss Heather. Moving my camera around to keep it interesting for y'all. Huh? Yeah. Wondered if I would get that. That footage from the other side was pretty sweet, guys. I will say. This is a nice live stream. It's very interesting visually. I want to come with my larger framing chisel here and just take this all out. Yeah. I want to knock down all these chisels when I do this. Gotta be gentle here. I can't. I'll try to do it with the camera right there. I'm gonna try to keep y'all's camera angle right there, but really I need to come from that other side. Man, this chisel's nice and sharp too. Whatever polishing I did on this was really good. Shoots. What's up, Shoots? Can you move the camera back a little bit? Thank you. Oh, thank you. Gary, take us outside and do your gardening. Oh yeah, you can't miss any of that. You know, I'm prone to that. When I got all these viewers in here, I try to be nice. When they go down, you know, I'll be talking again. Shout out to Mike is making stuff. You also check out Mike's channel. Doing a lot of cool stuff right now, working on fabricating some metal stuff. Some woodworking tools out of metal, which is brilliant. And as he is, brilliant. The MacGyver of Texas. All right, let's try this thing out. I know it's not gonna fit, but we'll give it a shot. Hey, maybe I was wrong. It might fit. Now the other side, see the shoulder. It's the shoulder. I gotta take like a smidge off this shoulder right here. I can try to hammer it in. Like see, but one side. Putting a lot of pressure on the shoulders, but oh, can't have that happening. I can't drop chisels, man. That dulls them things bad. All right. So I probably could have taken some off that other shoulder. It's really tight in there. Show the underside and see whether it's filling the mortise up. Wes does it. Good morning. Yeah, Wes, friend of the program. Good morning to Wes. Heidi, welcome. Good morning. Shoop said hello, Wes. Billy said hey, Heidi. Billy said hey, Wes. Heidi said, Pilato, I'm sending prayers and good vibes your way. Guitar Daddy 6, I just subscribed to him. I made my own chisel out of a file. I mentioned it in a live video and someone mentioned Mike. Now I know who Mike is, see? That's the fam around here. Mark John said hi. Heather B said Heidi. Wes. Heidi Shoop said hello, Billy. And we're caught up. I gotta fabricate one more dovetail beam.
Yeah, this one?
Yep. Because this one ain't gonna work, I don't think. I think I determined this one's not gonna work. It might. Had this one I cut a while back and didn't like this for some reason. It looks like it's gonna be fine, actually. Maybe the shoulders are a little deep. Now that's gonna be the head up there, Heather.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah, so the foot will be down here. We'll put the ladder down here so when they climb up, they are climbing to the right. They're gonna angle their bodies. Well, nah, it'll be over here toward the head. I have an interesting design I'm gonna use for the guard. I'm gonna make a swivel out of laminated wood.
Yes, it looks fantastic.
Thanks, man. Thank you. Looks like it's a little tight on that side there. You can see that needs to come down a bit. All right, we can lay this out. Put the flat side down. I gotta plane all these too. I forgot to tell Carrie. One other thing I gotta do is take all of these runners and put them through the planer. What? It's very loud. I'll set the mic back from it. Is that your angle now? Okay. All right, we'll lay it out. Did you put a pole on there, Heather? What? Yeah, I forgot to tell Carrie I had to plane all these boards too. That's part of that sanding process. I want to make sure they're all nice and flat. The marking gauge fell under there. Now, you see my gray speed square? Where'd I set that?
Right here.
Thanks. I was gonna blame Pilato. These ones toward the edge are much trickier because I have to get inside, take the other board out, right? To get them in. I might make this one like a little more than 3.
Yeah, meet it in the middle more than anything else.
This one's gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna do this one like 3.5. Because if that's the head, their foot would be down here. I don't think that's gonna be a big deal. I'll do 3.5. What? Yeah. That's right. That's what I always say. If when in doubt, Pilato did something with it at a distance. I would blame Heather, but she gets mad. I know Pilato's nicer, so I'll just blame him.
He's the scapegoat.
Now, I don't want it super close to this edge because what happens, guys, is these edges right here, when they're put under any pressure without this being here, they'll pop straight off. So you'll lose this right here. So I'm thinking maybe just keep it at, hold on. Yeah, do me a favor, folks. If you're hanging out.
Oh, look. I get the emoji now because I'm a member. I can give it 4 Joey dogs.
There you go. So that's 3.5 right there. We'll do 3.5. I don't want to push it too much. It's already may snap the end off. Let me go check the other side's not square. It's probably okay. Yeah, shoulder will have to be trimmed on this. Interesting, because this looked like a short runner when I made it. I thought it was too short. But see, now the bed's being pulled in by all these dovetails. It changed the width. It like cinched the width in a little bit. So now this one that seems short's not short. It could become a problem later. Hopefully not. Now I gotta go back over that side, double check that it's square, and then lay those lines out. Then I'll mark the spot down. Psych, y'all, it's the last one of these, I think. Does that look square, man? I want to trust the tool, but it just doesn't seem like it. It's more like right there. Dang, man. Seems weird. I do feel like Madame Winchester when I build stuff on YouTube, though.
Just keep building.
Keep building, man.
When in doubt, add extras on.
Yep.
The goal is to always be building.
If I stop building, I'll be cursed. Yep. Actually, all I got to do is go past that one dude's live stream and I'll be cursed. If I stop building and go by that dude's live stream, I'm done. You know what dude I'm talking about? The I am a biplane. I am a biplane. I am a biplane.
I think we've all probably been cursed on the internet at some point.
Yeah. When I was a kid, they had chain letters. And now they have weird dudes on live streams to curse you.
I mean, you curse people, right?
What?
You curse people, right?
Curse at people. Wow, right into a knot, man. Don't love that. This is gonna be bad. It's gonna be really bad. That's a terrible knot, too. This is gonna be tricky, man. I'm gonna have to take the Forstner bit through that. Sorry for the little slobber. You'd be vulnerable on this thing. Carrie said, that is just so weird. And I believe she's referring to I am a biplane. But I am weird also. Cause I'm a creep. And I'm a weirdo. I heard that Radiohead didn't like that song the other day. So cool. It's so alternative of them to not like their most famous song.
Yeah. Whatever, guys.
Kurt Cobain when they asked him to play Smells Like Teen Spirit. I don't like that one anymore. I'm going to talk about a guy who fooled everybody. Kurt Cobain. I don't belong here. Sorry.
Toby. Toby. Hi, Toby. Are the other dogs barking and screaming for me? They're losing their little minds.
I should do 2 truths and a lie.
Sure. Yeah, I think it's 2 realistic lies.
Oh, I got them. I got them already. It's the truth that I'm trying to. Well, the truths I got, they'll sound like lies for sure.
I gotta start them off with some soft lies.
Yeah.
I'll get you. Some things that will get you on hands.
Yeah. I'm gonna do this one first
Yeah.
because of that knot. I'm gonna deal with that first. Just looking at love the chat. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Carrie Frasca said positive energy, and I didn't call her Kelly that time. I don't know what was wrong with me calling Carrie Kelly this morning. So here we have a knot invading the spot where the knot is in the spot where we got to plot. Bars for days. Bars. You see, man, you still got it. Bars for days. How's that line on the inside look?
You can go on the left of it.
That's okay. Oh, well, all right. That's not okay. It's all right. We'll just do that anyway. Because I'm right on the line here on this side. You know when you're over something, you know? Don't get over something while you're doing woodworking. All right, I'm going to have to sit in there to do this one. I'm going to have to move this thing out. Getting up, sitting down, getting up, sitting down. It's going to be less of that when I'm standing. I'm going to be so excited to the next phase where I don't have to crouch down all the time.
Yeah.
This is northwest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I just want to make sure I put that one back in its spot.
My back home.
Dude, yeah, and it's really to be down like that. It is the little things, says Carrie, and I say it is the little things, says Carrie, and I say it is the little things. With that tone back. I do with my saw. Ooh, that's comfortable actually. Ray and Sandy. What's up, Ray and Sandy? They say, hey, Billy. Thanks for the comment yesterday, Ray and Sandy. Made a comment.
Does anyone have an idea of what I can do with a haul of cherry tomatoes?
Yeah, man. What you do with those cherry tomatoes, if you can't eat them all, just throw them in a pot of boiling water and what do you call it? What do the Italians say about that? You just cook them until the skins come loose. I keep the skins in my sauce. Make like a skin on sauce. If you got, yeah, it's gonna be a little outside that line, guys. What happens when I don't focus? Carrie's your fault. I'm working on learning to blame everyone, like literally everyone but myself. Working on it. It was really hard for me. I had to get from, you know, taking full responsibility for my mistakes to learning to blame others. Ray and Sandy say, hey, Heather. That knot, as you all know, in that spot. Miss Heather got to go get something to eat, so it's just y'all and me right now. There's no more feminine energy in the chat besides Carrie. You ever wonder why people say he came out of the woodwork? I don't wonder anymore. Right into the knot there. Decent stop cut. I am going to take a small chisel and go right into that knot. Pulverizing that knot right now. Was fan. That thing would tear the whole runner out of place. Knots are so funny, man. It's a pain in the butt. Let me check the chat. Sven is in the house. Sven said hi. Hey, back in the 1600s in Sweden, it was all about them Svenjamins. Y'all know that? If y'all didn't catch that joke, I need to repeat it. All about them Svenjamins. Pilato said, Carrie, with excess tomatoes, I found it's fun to throw them at live performers. With cherry tomatoes being so small, though, best to throw them at performers at a children's theater. So let me paraphrase what Pilato just said. Throw fruit at children. I can't sign on to that, Pilato. I just can't. I can't sign on to that. The lessons that you guys teach, I sometimes really, I have to like stand on my moral high ground and say, hey, look, guys, no, we're not going to do that. Be the voice of morality, you know? That thing is going to be so hard to get out. There we go. Attack that knot first. Pilato asked me what my favorite Bible verse was the other day, and I meant to get back to him about that. Not to make it a Bible verse thing, but my favorite Bible verse, I believe it is Ephesians 4:29. And this is one that I really try to live by. And it is, do not say words that seek to tear down others. I'm paraphrasing, but rather to edify. And it's about not using your words to break other people down, but rather using them to help people build themselves up. One of the more, and to me, the more important and poignant Bible verses, I think. It has to do with treating others in a way that's productive to our society, you know? Breaking people down does not do anything for anyone. Unless, of course, it's Mike. We can break Mike down. Is Mike still in the chat? I'm just kidding. I say stuff to lift him up, too. $4.29, I think, man. Ephesians. Try to live by that. And I'm not a very good Christian, but I try to live by that one. That's mostly cleaned up. The knot right here is a little tricky. Smoke. Smoking a pancake. See how that's easy? No problem. Because of that knot, it doesn't want to let me get through that grain down there. Brute force sometimes, guys. Ooh, I just caught my knee with that chisel. Almost did that earlier. I don't know if Wes Does It is still in the chat. Wes can tell us when he's going live next. Let us know so we can all go over there if you're hanging out and you like this party to continue and you like to keep it on your phone just to relax or whatever. If Wes is still in the chat, I know he's busy. He's got like jobs and stuff. He wants to let us know when he's gonna pop on live next. That would be cool. Smoke Shop said, as usual, just stopping to say, I love how Smoke does that. Smoke does any word that starts with S gets an SCH, which I love. As usual, just stopping in to say hi. LOL, I got to design a better thumbnail for today's video. Hope everyone is doing well. Smoke Shop said, at Dad's Workshop, you're gonna like today's new video. First POV shots with the new camera. Sweet. Always nice to break out some new gear and show off. Yeah, I'm gonna check that out as soon as you drop it. Heather will let me know and we'll check that out. Right, Heather's responsibility, not mine. Again, putting the blame on others, learning to do that, you know, learning to blame others. Learning to put the responsibility squarely on other people. Love the morning time slot, guys. I'm sorry. I love it. Am I sorry? Am I sorry about that? Or is that disingenuous? Jeez. Getting irresponsible with these chisels, y'all. Grain is so wonky in there because of them knots. That particularly, that big knot. Smoke. Where are y'all? Can y'all see? Oh. I think my video was frozen. You see this line down here? Who we got? Is Mike back in the house? Mike said, hey, Heidi. I cut myself on my leg with this chisel, but it's not that bad. Mike didn't say that. I said that. Eyeballing it. Pilato said, my daughter is very responsible. Anytime anything goes wrong, we point our fingers at her and tell her, you are responsible. There you go. Score that line with a razor blade. No, probably a good idea. I didn't do any of my score lines with a razor blade on here. I did them all with pencils. I got bad eyesight, man. I think that's what it is. I need like actual glasses, and I can't see those cut lines when I do them with like a needle or a knife. But yes, I appreciate the suggestion, Smoke. You are right. Typically when you lay out dovetails, it's done with invisible or only partially visible knife lines. That is correct. But here at Dad's Workshop, we defy conventions all the time. Good or for better or for worse, we do that. But I'd say that line turned out, you know, not bad for the crappy wood quality, but I can't blame the wood. The craftsmanship has to be good. And that's not too bad though. Got this piece of knot right here. I don't want that in the way of my whole mortise. The whole piece goes in there. It's sitting up on a Yes, the book would say to do it with a knife. That is correct, folks. Let's go back a second. Wait till I get some bifocals, Mike said. Yeah, maybe I do need some bifocals. I used to have great eyesight, man. Used to be like my best, that used to be my best sense. Now I got no sense. Can't vouch for this angle, y'all. Mike is making stuff said, I put the merch link on my channel, description, Carrie. Smoke Shop said, readers are inevitable. Yes, I do. Yeah, Smoke, you're right about that, dude. I do have to use reading glasses now. So that I do have to do. So yeah, that is true, man. And then Mike said, wait till you get bifocals. And I will wait with bated breath. Heather B said, to be fair, he has them. I buy them in bulk, talking about readers. Carrie said, awesome. I did go check out the website and it looks good. That's to Mike. Mike said, woohoo. Smoke Sob said, at Heather B, break, lose them in bulk. That's right. She got me a whole pack of them. Pilato Creation said, gotta go. Something just went wrong, so I need to go point at my daughter and tell her something. See you next time. And I'm going to take that as actual goodbye from Pilato. Pilato, we'll see you later. Heather B said, ha 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 ha, Smoke. Mike said later, Pilato. Carrie said, bye, Pilato. Heather said, thanks for hanging out, Pilato. Sending all the best. Oh, Ruiz in the house? That's good. Shout out Ruiz, friend of the program. Ooh, that's nice. I'm on the line right there. That's close. Best cut I made was the one in front of John the other day. Billy's shoemate said, hey, Ruiz. Mike is making stuff said, I don't show it, but I keep a magnifying glass or jeweler's loops all over the shop. That's good subterfuge, Mike. I had no idea. Ruiz said, sup, Billy. Mike is making stuff said, blind as a freaking bat. I think I'm headed that direction. I should get him a big, easy to find Magnifying glass, said Heather. Yeah, I need a magnifying glass to find my magnifying glass, probably. I want to check that. That's fine. We'll just follow that line. Really, what that is, what I'm looking at, this line actually goes out to like here. So it's going to be outside that line somewhat, folks. Chat. So you know when I'm cutting out this line, it's pretty much on purpose because that needs to be outside where I made that mark. And we'll straighten it up. That has to be outside that mark. Otherwise it'll pinch, I can already tell. Smoke Shop said lanyard, all caps. Fanny pack with a tummy cape? Never heard of that. Beautiful ideas. I love them all. Smoke Shop said LOL. My Honey's Handmade said, hey everyone, welcome My Honey's Handmade. Carrie Frasca said, hey honey, Mike is making stuff. Said, My Honey Handmade. Congrats on 8K, man. Congrats, My Honey's Handmade. Crushing it. Heather B, hey my honeys, welcome. Mike is making stuff. Freaking smoking me, man. Michael, don't compare your beginning to someone else's middle. Smoke Shop said, sweet, I hope everyone has a great day. I got to get off of here and focus. Thanks for sharing, hosting, Calvin. No problem, Smoke. See you later. Maybe share it with a friend or we'll speak to you really soon. Ooh, it's gonna come out, guys. Nicely too, it should. y'all. Y'all didn't have a very good angle there. Shout out to all my friends and members in the chat. We had a lot in here. Carrie, Mike, Diego Ruiz. I think Shoop is a member. Yeah, Shoop's a member for sure. I said Mike. I said Carrie. Shoop's Workshop, but there's another Shoop too. Shout out to Smoke Shop, who comes in here very frequently. Just trying to catch all my members. Anybody thinking of any members I'm not getting? Palado's a member. Shout out Palado, had to roll out. Palado had to roll out to be an enforcer. Not any space to hit that. This is the last runner, man. So once I'm done with this, it's plane and sand and finish, and then do the ladder. So. Heidi Shoop, welcome. I also want to say Heidi Shoop is a member, and thanks to Heidi Shoop for being a member. Heidi Shoop, that's right. Shoop's Workshop and Heidi Shoop. It's a family affair here. A little tear out here, didn't see that. You guys saw that on your side, but not me. Make sure that you subscribe, click that like button. Also, thinking about doing a thing with my members where I do a creator showcase. So if you're a member and you want your channel showcased, I do a spin on the wheel, and then whoever's channel pops up, I spend the whole week shouting out their videos, making posts about their stuff. This was just an idea I had. If my members who have channels would be interested in that, I think it's a win-win for everybody. Do a members creator showcase basically, or you have an opportunity where I spend the week basically, besides doing my live stream, and on post promoting your channel. I love that idea because I love to promote other people's channels too. Shoop's Woodshop said, "We are a husband and wife woodworking team." I kind of figured that was what it was. And thank you for letting us know that. Now we make sure that we won't make that mistake. All right, what do we got here? This is 11, so this is the one that's got to go here. That's northwest, that's over there. And a little shoulder, bit of shoulder here. So mortise is just a bit tight there too. So that side fits in. It's just a question of this shoulder. I'm gonna take that shoulder down. Oh, the mistake of not knowing. Shoop said, "What mistake? The mistake of separating you all, assuming that there's that you're different entities or whatever. I assume that you all were, you know, related, but I didn't know the relationship. So you clarified that. So from now on, I'll know that Heidi Shoop and Shoop's Woodshop are a husband and wife team, right?" My ADHD means I learn stuff really slowly. Sorry. Blame it on my ADHD. But I'm ADHD doing it here. I gotta just take this thing and cut some of these edges off here. There you go. Now that side don't want to go on. It's so tricky. Oh, I know what I got to do here too. Still got just a smidge too much shoulder is what it is. On this side, let me do it from this side here. Actually, it will almost. I just need to take a hair from here just to get it. Oh, let me double check that again. Where is it? So I'll put that side in. It is just this tiny bit here. A couple millimeters off this shoulder. No, I don't think we're twist. I mean, some of these have some twist to them, you know, like any 2x4s, but we're going to run them all through the planer. Thank you for being here, everybody. Guys, that's the, like, last runner on the bed. When I come back, and I might come back later today, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, and I can take that clamp off too. No nails, no screws, no pins. Now I do have a clamp on there right now. Well, there are wooden pins, these, right? Thank you. It's all a big, like, throw it in the face of my brother-in-law who's an engineer and does woodwork, but he's too busy with his job to ever do anything like real woodwork. Shout out Cabin if you're on here. It's gonna be in his face whenever he visits my folks. It's crazy what people will do for pride, you know what I mean? Thanks, Carrie. I think it's amazing. I've never seen somebody frame a, I mean, I know there are joined bunk beds out there. Back in the day, they would have had to make them like that. But I never seen anybody make one. Trying to do something different, folks. That's a fan hanging on there, too. Really love my curved braces. I just got to trim them a little. You can see that tenon in there. Needs to be trimmed down a bit. This one right here. Probably take those out. Once I sand and stuff, I got to sand, I got to label everything. Omega Forge looking for more woodworking channels. Well, you've come to the right place, my friend. We have tons of those around here. There's this guy, Wes Does It. There's Mike is Making Stuff. I can start it. Everybody who's in the chat. Most of these people have channels. They're not all woodworking channels. Yeah, so the braces, that's a Carrie, and the questions are awesome. So here, let me tell you what the braces do. Tons of woodworking channels. Mike is Making Stuff. Also, Shoop's Wood Shop. Pilato Creations. There's a whole bunch of woodworking channels and channels oriented around woodworking. All right, so the braces, what the braces do is they stop racking forces. Racking forces are any force that goes side to side on a workpiece. So the braces are what stops the bed from going this way, right? And then there's braces here. Those stop the bed from going this way, right? Because a triangle is the strongest shape, Carrie. So you want to use as many triangles as you can in a construction. And here, I really only need one of those about every 6 feet. My other bed only had braces on one side, diagonal braces on one side. The other side, I just put a blind mortise. So all that would have been in it was this right here, this piece. There was neither of these were in it. But I wanted to brace both sides on this one. That was like a thing for me. Cutting the curves and having fun with that too. So yeah, the braces stop racking forces. So on a house, if you're timber framing a house, the big braces that are in there, if the wind comes through or hurricane winds, this is going to bear that weight. If this one doesn't bear that weight, this one will bear that weight, and they work together, right? And if it goes this way, the way I'm pushing now, those ones will bear the weight. The biggest racking forces I think on these beds are going to be on the longest workpiece. So I put 4x4 braces on those essentially. And then on the short side, I used 2x4 braces, but they're all cut with the same curve. And you can see it kind of through there. I'm super proud of this bed. It is unique. I probably need to take a break and charge my phone for a little bit, guys. And then I'll come back out and I'll sand and I'll plane and do all that fun stuff too. A little bit later. I don't know if Wes is going live. Mike is at work. I don't know if he's going live. But the best thing you can do is go straight to Omega, go straight to Wes's. Oh, thank you, Shoop. Shoop's Wood Shop said. Shoop said, looks fantastic. Appreciate you. Yeah, if Wes is going live now, just move right on over to Wes's live stream. He'll keep you entertained. He's been working on this chestnut. Let me show y'all my piece of chestnut that looks just like Wes's. Another weird thing here. I got a piece of chestnut back here that's like the same dimensions as what Wes used to make that bow tie. Now, I don't think I can make a bow tie like it. But here's my chestnut piece right here. Look at how closely this piece resembles that the wood that he used. Look like it's from the same barn. Now mine is a little wormier, but you still have the nail holes and stuff in there too. Love chestnut. This is my last piece too, man. Used it on a lot of different stuff. Wes also the only other woodworker I know that like really likes to work in chestnut. I've never met anyone else who appreciates chestnut for what it is. Omega Forge, yeah, man. And check out all these other channels I'm talking about. Wes does it. Mike is making stuff. Shoop's Wood Shop. There's a whole bunch of other ones. Dan's Handmade. Wood Shop by Dan. There's a whole bunch of Dan's. And then there's a Mike that runs a Dan's Homestead. So a lot of wood channels, man. See some of the shout outs on my videos. Oh, great. Yeah. So Wes is not going live next. I will be going live in a couple hours, so stay tuned. Make sure that you set your alerts up, and I'll be back on to sand and do the fun stuff on this bed. But I got to eat some lunch and relax for a little bit. Appreciate everybody coming. Carrie, Wes, Omega, appreciate you being here. Shout out Shoop. Shout out Mike is making stuff. Diego Ruiz. Shout out Pelado. Trying to find somebody I did not mention. Carrie, of course, Carrie, excellent question there at the end. As I always tell Carrie, she has great questions. I think that pretty much covers all the friends of the program that spoke up. Everybody have a great day, and I will be back a little bit later. Make sure you check out my shorts. I'm going to try to get those mallets out shortly. And we'll see you all later. Love y'all. Do the next right thing, folks.